Hi everyone, welcome back to my videos. This is a little baby update on Aidan, who is now 5.5 months old. So as you can see, he is getting much bigger and he is very movey, very bouncy. He's looking around, he's interested in everything. He just doesn't stop moving. He is fidgety and he's such a smiley, happy boy. He's just got a really lovely temperament. He's so easygoing and smiley, and we're really blessed because you could just take him anywhere and he'll just smile at people, and it's a real pleasure to see him grow. Hello! 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 So we're finding that he's now becoming so aware and needs so much more entertaining, but he's at that weird stage where he is sitting up but not quite by himself, or he can't sit on for very long without like slumping backwards, so we've got to keep an eye on him. And also, although he can play with toys in the sense that he can feel them and pop them in his mouth and things like that, he can't actually sort of play with them properly. As a result, trying to keep him entertained for any long amount of time is quite difficult at the moment, because we don't quite know what's going to keep him occupied for any longer than 10 seconds. But at the same time, if we leave him, he wants to be entertained, so it is tricky. We are finding anything crackly or anything rattly is his favourite thing at the moment. Any kind of like shakers or maracas or anything that crackles. Like, he's obsessed with packets of baby wipes, and that seems to be his favourite thing. He'll pat it and sort of drum it in a way, and just like try and, as I said, everything goes in his mouth at the moment. He absolutely loves jumping and pushing up with his legs. I think his legs are pretty strong, and he absolutely adores his jumperoo play system that he's got, and we just pop him in there. We don't leave him in there for too long because I find he gets a bit frustrated, but you know, if it means us popping to the toilet or having sort of 5-10 minutes of free time just to either do something in the kitchen, or in our case we've got a toddler, so it might be that we have to attend to her, but this is a really good thing to just pop him into, just to keep him safe and entertained whilst we do those things. We are finding that his attachment to me is quite strong, so he won't really go to anyone else, even my husband, very easily. We are finding that simple things like when my husband's holding him and I walk past, he'll put his arms out and then lean out towards me, you know, in order for me to pick him up, and there's just little things like that we've noticed. Saying that, we are finding that my husband's the one that can put him down for sleep easier because of that, because I think he just is able to put him down and leave him, and Aidan doesn't seem to have that kind of I'm being left alone kind of response as much. So we're finding that every time he needs to go down for a nap, or during the night, if he wakes up in the middle of the night and just needs a cuddle and put straight down without a feed, my husband's the one to do it, because he seems to be able to be a lot calmer around my husband during these times. Now, as far as milestones are concerned, he is now able to roll from his back to his front. He was starting to do this in my last video, but he's now able to do it quite well independently. Things like nappy changes or leaving him on mats and things, we've just got to keep an eye on him, because he can end up in a completely different area than where we left him. One of the things that I've noticed a lot more recently is the old teeth are coming through, and honestly, he is chewing everything. Good old Sophie the giraffe is earning her keep at the moment, because Aidan can't go too far without her. So we are using all the usual stuff. We're using Bonjela just on the gums directly. I'm also putting a little Bonjela on Sophia's feet, and he'll chew and gnaw on that for a few minutes, which I think relieves some of the pain. Also using teething granules, but I'm not quite sure how good these are, to be honest. I don't really see a huge difference when we use them. When things get really bad and he's really agitated and really not liking life too much, then we will give him a little bit of Calpol, especially if his cheeks are really red and hot, and then we know that he's really uncomfortable. The routine wise, he's in the process of dropping a day nap. So at the moment, what seems to be happening is that he's still up about twice a night. At the moment, he doesn't seem to want to go all the way through, which is fine. We've made our peace with that, and it's fine. I'm able to get a bit of a chunk of time for sleep, so and it seems to be working for him. But as a result, what happens is that instead of waking up around 6 AM, which he was about a month ago, he is now sleeping for a little bit longer until about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. He then doesn't nap until about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then if we manage to get a good 2-hour nap out of him, what we find is that he wants to drop his midday nap. At the moment, it's also a bit difficult to plan because we've got our toddler, so at the moment he gets in any kind of little routine, it gets kind of all up in the air again, because during the day we need to go out with her and we need to keep her entertained, and sometimes, you know, we need to take her out to stretch her legs, and unfortunately he has to come with us. So he will either nap in the car or nap in a pushchair, which then throw the naps out completely again. So at the moment we're just playing it by ear a little bit. We started a little baby sensory class today, and that was really nice actually, because it got me to sit down and spend some actual focused time. It was all done on Zoom. It wasn't a live class just because of the pandemic at the moment, but actually it made me be a bit creative and use things around the house, and he seemed to love it, all the singing, all the sensory stuff. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. The last thing, which is a really big thing, is that we started solids today, and I'm going to do my next video all about solids and starting solids and essentials, and I'm just going to upload the little video that we took when we first gave him his first bit of food, so you can have a good idea of what it was like for us. But I feel like this is going to have a huge impact on us as a family. One, because when we started solids with our daughter, she ended up sleeping through the night for the first time, and two, because he's been suffering on and off with a little bit of reflux since he was about 8 weeks old. We know that reflux can really improve when you start introducing solids, so I'm really looking forward to that. So that's it from us today. Please hit the subscribe button and like this video so you can get full updates on how we're getting on as a family, and we'll see you next time.